Can you guys hear me in the back? Cool. Good evening. Thank you for joining me. My name is Robert Howe, and I'm the project lead for the Wallkill River Harmful Algal Blooms Initiative. And if you're not familiar with the area, that's tributary to the Hudson over in Ulster County. This presentation outlines our citizen science-based project, which uses aerial mapping and remote sensing to engage our community in the vital work for protecting our river. This collaborative effort is to engage our community in working together. And I just wanted to say thank you to our partners in this endeavor, Open Space Institute, and for awarding this project, and the colleagues at New York EnvironCom, and my peers and professors at Bard College. So just to give you a little background, I'm a resident of New Paltz. I'm a local. I've pretty much lived there my entire life. I'm working on my Master's of Science in Climate Science and Policy at Bard College. And the reason I became so invested in this issue is because my dog, Baron, he was afflicted with the harmful algal bloom toxin microcystin, and he had to have that removed from his liver. It impacted his quality of life for the last year, and he could barely walk for that last year of his remaining life. So since 2022, I've been researching on my own what's going on in the Wallkill River to make this a systemic issue, and I found the first step to solving this problem is public awareness. I've been accompanied on this endeavor with my sponsorship with the New York EnvironCom, who they're a nonprofit organization. Their mission is to create, strengthen, and build thoughtful water land use policies that encompass the environmental community and economic values. We believe that in order for the communities to make informed decisions, they must have access to practical ecological data, which brings me to the foundation of this project's goal, to improve the Wallkill River's ecological health and reduce the harmful algal blooms throughout a community-focused framework. This is a multifaceted effort. We've mapped previous reports of HABs in the Wallkill River watershed, and we created a web application actually to detect when they're happening in real time through the excrement of the cyanobacteria, which is like the harmful algal bloom, is such a scientific name, but this excrement called the phycocyanin, and this uses satellite data to basically see it before it happens, like to watch them form on the computer, which has been a really helpful thing in being able to map this out. So we're planning on installing water quality monitoring stations, and that's as part of New York EnvironCom's Water Insight program. These tools are intended to help for an overarching toolkit, which will be provided for the town of New Paltz, working with Bard College and other nonprofits like Riverkeeper. So our project is structured into 4 distinct phases. Phase 1 was the setup. After we were awarded the money to work on the project, we then acquired some of the necessary technologies like the mapping software, learned some of the back-end technical stuff to do the coding, to build the web application, and then today we are in the middle of phase 2, and that is going out and doing field work where we are aerial mapping, doing data collection, and focusing heavily on community engagement. So then up and coming we have phase 3, which is the analysis, and here we'll be conducting water assessments, attending and participating in public events, heavily focusing on the community engagement aspect. Then we will develop the HABs hotspot maps, so this way people can understand and interpret the data in a way so that they don't have to go out for recreational purposes on the Wallkill and have some fear that they might also have their furry friends afflicted by the harmful algal blooms. And then for phase 4, we're doing a reporting, and you guys will see our detailed report on all of the work we've been doing, and we'll hand off these tools to the community and submit our final report. So even though we're only in phase 2, we've made significant progress. Our aerial mapping has begun. We've done initial drone flights. We're probably 85% done with mapping the lower Wallkill watershed. You can see it on the top left. That's where we've already gotten drone footage of. And then another thing, a huge monumental piece of this was the community outreach survey. So I attended and tabled the New Paltz Regatta, which is pretty awesome. They like put boats together and they sail them down the Wallkill. And I was able to get people to participate in the survey so I could understand how people perceive the Wallkill and what they can imagine what's going on in the watershed. So I also have the really technical thing that I was talking about 2 seconds ago on the bottom left, and that is the web application that I created. And that you can see on the bottom right, it's a thermal map that indicates the harmful algal blooms appearing in real time. So every 3 days, this European satellite Centennial 2, it goes around the planet and it picks up footage. And what I did was I sifted out the data to show only a specific pigment that is appearing that the algal blooms produce. And then our work, we have 3 main objectives here, and that is to build a community-based adaptive management team, and that's working with the locals and other water nonprofits, trying to build this toolkit. Then we want, our main deliverable is the hotspots map, the HABS hotspot map. And like I mentioned earlier, that's so people can see where these things are appearing, because with understanding the hydrology dynamics, you can tell where they're going to appear by the stagnation of the water in specific spots in the river. And then finally, we will be delivering this communication and having a big piece in the overarching toolkit. And so for our next steps, we are doing intensive monitoring, and that is going to be with our water quality monitoring stations that we set up. They take 3 parameters. That's temperature. They gauge depth, which can see when the river rises and falls. Has a lot to do with the dams that are downstream. And then we also have our final reporting. So that will be delivered to you guys by the end of that sequence. And for finally, I'd just like to invite you guys, if you're familiar with the Wallkill River, to participate in the survey, or if you see something suspicious, I've also made this tool that you can take a picture of, like an algal bloom that you think might be a harmful algal bloom, and you could report it. And I'm in the process of getting an image processor that could actually pick up the same pigment as the satellite imagery. So thank you so much for having me. I might have spoken too fast, so time went by really quickly, but I just thank you for having me, and I appreciate you guys listening to me.
Bobby actually taught Isabel and I how to fly the drones when we did a site visit, and I was terrible at it.
There's a picture of you guys on the poster board.
Oh, nice.